as we continue our cascade of information sharing leading up to the installation of a new organ by Paul Fritz in the fall of 2026. Today, I thought I might give you an update about something very important to the project that we actually haven't talked about yet this summer, and that is the organ itself. Over the last 18 months, there's been a lot happening in the Fritz shop in Tacoma, Washington, where Paul Fritz and his team have been painstakingly constructing every single piece of this one-of-a-kind instrument. And I literally mean every piece. In other words, this ain't like an IKEA flat pack organ. With the exception of the blower, which is the thing that moves air through the pipes, and a tiny electric memory system that stores preset combinations of stops, everything else, every screw, every rod, every pipe, every key, every joint, every bracket has been designed and built by Paul Fritz for the organ that will be going up there next summer. Now, the fun part is that all of the parts are finally nearly finished, and that even includes the pipe shades, which are the gold leaf decorations around the pipes, which have been handcrafted by one of the most celebrated wood carvers in the world, literally. Paul's even building a set of foot-pumped bellows, meaning the organ will be playable without any electricity at all, but we really do have that urge to go full 18th century around here. In any case, now that the parts are pretty much done, what's happening now is that all of these pieces are finally being assembled for the first time. And once the organ is fully assembled in the spring of 2026, there's going to be an open house in Tacoma, and more on that later. But the big news for this morning is that the new organ is scheduled for delivery here to Holy Trinity in just over 1 year. That is in September of 2026. Of course, we need to get the organ loft ready before that, and here are those updates. First, the structural engineering report came back with good news. The loft is solid, and with just one cracked joist that'll be repaired with simple carpentry, we don't need to put any steel up there. #tariffs. Second, we're bringing the railing up to code. Right now it's about 29 inches up there tall, and the new one will be 42 inches high, so that is a major safety improvement. And third, which I think is most exciting, our architect is designing a new railing for the organ loft that will be visually and acoustically transparent, which means in those moments, and we all have them, when you feel called to turn around and look at the choir or the organist or the pipes themselves, you'll actually be able to see them instead of just a solid opaque wall. Which is all to say that it's all coming together slowly, beautifully, and intentionally. And with 63 stops, 11 reeds, dozens of solo colors you've never heard before, direct mechanical action, foot-pumped bellows, and a 32-foot reed, Paul Fritz is building what will easily be the largest mechanical action Bach organ, not just in New York City, but on the entire East Coast. And it will serve as a premier teaching, rehearsal, and performance instrument from everything from Bach to a whole lot else. And we here get to be the ones who made it happen.